Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest, the Hero's Journey. We're here on the level 57 Shadowknight Rogue Shaman, and we have, let's check our AAs. 935 AA points spent, with 12 AA points banked. I've been working on getting up combat agility and combat stability. Actually, let's grab another couple points of those. The only other things I think I've bought were mystical attuning. I'm up to rank 10 of that for the extra buff slots. We are starting today in Icewell Keep. The zone is inside Thurgadin, off of Thurgadin. You can get there from the Great Divide. I usually come through Thurgadin in Velius, the the Coldane dwarf town. I started a non-responding instance. I came here to try and work on the Coldane Ring quest. I spent some time the other day doing up to ring number 8. I have the Velium Coldane Insignia ring. It's a ring I'm just going to keep in my inventory. It's got a clickable instant cast buff on it, Shield of the 8th, and it just gives you an 8-point damage shield. So I have it as my number 4, basically junk buff. And I threw it into my clicky buff macro. So when I click this button, it uses all 4 of my clickable buffs. I got the Aura of Battle, Grim Aura, a Shield of the 8th, and also the Illusion Dark Elf. So I was going to work on ring number 9, and that involves getting a quest container and combining some traitorous dwarf heads in it and turning that in. Didn't have any luck getting the NPC to do what I needed. I think he needs to come up to the Dain's room so I can talk to him. He didn't do it. It's supposed to be at like 8 a.m. game time. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll try to figure that out another time. But we're here next to Dain Frostreaver, and we're going to try to kill him. We're currently ally with him, so if I con him, it says he's an ally. It says, let's see, he cannot be swayed by enchantments, so I think that means he can't be charmed. He can't be slowed, and he can't be mezzed. I don't know if that's slow. It says he defies attempts to hinder his speed. I don't know if that means like running speed or attacking speed, but I guess we will find out. So we are in the Dane's bedroom, I guess. He's just been chilling here on his bed. 2 reasons I want to kill him. One is he can drop a hammer with a clickable effect of, I think it's arch shielding. So it's a hit point AC magic resist buff that I don't have access to right now through my regular class buffs. So that would be cool. It would be an upgrade to the major shielding that I get from my Shadowknight Kunark breastplate. The other reason is to get his head. If I take his head and I give it to King Tormax, I should get a belt upgrade, a belt of dwarf slaying. And I believe I should be able to do that, even though Tormax currently hates me. If I sneak, I think I can turn that head within different faction. So, yeah, that's my thought. Hopefully, get a hammer, definitely get his head, and get a belt upgrade. When I go turn in the head to Tormax and get my belt, I'll probably stay there and kill Tormax, and then bring it back here. maybe the Dain will like me again. So I lose 1500 faction for killing the Dain with the Dain, and then gain 750 faction with the Dain for killing Tormax. So I don't know where negative 750 puts me. Definitely not still ally. Hopefully high enough to turn Tormax's head into the Dain. Yeah, so that's my plan. We're just gonna try and do it, I guess. There's a bunch of stuff out here in the throne room, and I don't really feel like killing this stuff. So hopefully killing him in this bedroom here, I'll just have to deal with these guys. But yeah, I think, hang on a second, what I'd like to do is kind of pet hold, do some pre-debuffs. Hang on, let me throw on damage shield. So I'm going to try to Malosinate him and slow him, and then I'll feign death and try to do the same thing to his guards. Okay. It says he's immune to changes in attack speed, but did get a Malocinet on him. All right. Well, hopefully if I stand up, he won't hit me. Good. Good, good, good. All right. I'll try to cripple him and then death piece again. All right, got a cripple on him. Seems like his guards may also be immune to slow. Ouch. He hit me. Alright, got a cripple on him. Let me throw a heal on myself. Feign death again. Wait for these guys to reset, hopefully. And then we'll do it again. Alright, so we got them all debuffed and crippled. I think what I'm going to do is try to just focus on the Dain and hopefully not take the faction hits by killing the guards, and I'll just feign death after I kill the Dain. Oh, I just realized. So I guess the Shaman potion, the Kill the Skin of Flame, does not stack with the Coldane ring buff. Oh, that's fine. Alright, so we don't need Cripple anymore. What else can we put up here? Damage over time. Let's try... Odium, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Alright. use that. All right, here we go. Start dotting him up. Oh boy, we just got the whole we got the whole room. All right, we'll go rabbit bear. All right, I don't know if this is gonna. I was not expecting this. Uh, I mean, we're getting them. Um, keep my dots on them. I'm healing myself enough through, hopefully. Here, this. All right, we'll give him a harm touch. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Hang on a second. All right, no, 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 don't die. Oh, okay. We almost had him. Um, I think we can probably get him if we do that again. Let's pause and we'll come back. All right, we're back. I'm gonna do another round of debuffs here, where I uh, cripple and hallucinate stuff. Pat hold, back hold, and then feign death. Or not, pat back hold, feign death. Pet back, hold, feign death. Why? What is going on here? Why are they still attacking me? Pet back, hold, back, hold. All right. Yeah, I don't know how, but yeah, I was keeping myself alive pretty well. I'll let these guys reset. All right, there we go. Heal over time on myself. I guess what else I could do is, let's see, try to do Locini on top of Melusinate. Use up all that. One charge left on that. Okay. Okay, we got Locini on him. The other thing I'm thinking is Insidious Decay. I'll do a round of that, and then I'll probably use Plague because it's a long-lasting damage over time, and I will try to put it on his guards so that my intent is not to kill them, but to have that, or maybe I'll use a lower level long-lasting dot. Have a dot on them that will cause the Shaman AA to affect them, which will slow their attack speed. All right, this. Okay, he's got that on him. Oh. Okay, we don't want this guy in here. I don't know why he decided to come. All right, I think we're getting pretty close to doing another round here. So he's got Hallucinate, Insidious Decay. So he does not have Cripple on him. But that's all right. All right. What do we need? We need a damage shield. All right. We're gonna go. What do we want to open up with? Probably backstab, right? Sneak hide. Steve's Vengeance, attack him. Alright, get our that on him. That on him. On his guards, we'll put our Royal Guard. We'll get him. Maybe. Oh boy, I guess I accidentally. I guess I assassinated the guard over there. That was not my intent. Oh, assassinated him too. Oh well, lost faction with them. Probably easier without them here. All right, hopefully we don't get like the whole room. Yeah, I think we got this no problem this time around. All right, are my buffs full, or did that wear off? Nope. Okay. Wonder if I can do a spine leg slow on him. Yeah, nope. Immune to that one. Hopefully he doesn't run, because it might be in for a bad time. Plague? Permanent? What? Alright, we got him. Let's see what we got. We got the hammer. That's what we were after. Clickable effective arch shielding. We've got a ring of winter. I don't know. We'll have to look at that one, see what it's like when it's legendary. Regular old Frostreaver. Pretty cool looking axe. Ejolism. 2 cleric buffs and his head. Okay. Let's grab this stuff. Okay. Alright, so we're down to amiably for killing the Dain and his buddies. Let's take a run to Kyle Drakal, the giant city, and try to turn this head into King Tormax. So we'll pause and I'll resume once I'm in Tormax's room. Alright, we are running to Kyle Drakal, through the Eastern Wastes. We took the translog from the bazaar. I just tried out the new hammer, and it worked just fine. Clickable, and I got my buff, my arch shielding buff right there. Let's see if I can click on it to see. It's not showing it for some reason. Yeah. But it's 150 hit points. Looks like 50, I don't know, anywhere from 50 to 90 AC. I can't tell. And I think it gives you a magic resist, 20 magic resist. So let's check the AC. If I click it off, I'm at 2474. I apply it at 2488. That's not right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting as much AC as it says in the buff, but maybe there's some type of a cap that I'm hitting or something. So I no longer need my Blood Ember breastplate because it has a lesser version. It says major shielding, so it's a lower level version of that line of spells. Speaking of that, though, I did kill Trakenon some more and got the Jaundice Bone Breastplate. So now I have access to Bramble Coat, which is an AC buff and a small damage shield. And that's this buff right here. Yeah. All right. Where is the Echo? Is he over on the other side? Yeah, okay, so we gotta run over to the other side. I'm assuming in this open world version that Tormax is dead, so I'm just gonna do an instance. Where is his room? Actually, wait, no, are those? Yeah, those would be his guards, I think. Guard, yeah. Alright, hail him. We're gonna do a non-respawning instance. Go in there. And let's see, what is he? Still ready to attack. Curious what the positive faction hit for the Giants was for killing the Dain. Let's see if I can find it somewhere. Looks like not much. You get Tormax faction, that's it, really. You don't get like regular Cromzak, I forget what they call it. I think there's two different versions of the Giant faction in here. I don't get either of those for killing the Dain. Did I go too far? Nope. Okay. All right, there he is. Let's see. All right, so we are hiding and sneaking. I'm gonna try and give him this head. That'll pop us out of hide, and then oh, pat hold, pat back, pat hold, pat back, and then no, pat hold, back hold, death piece. Nope, this isn't working. Pat hold back, and then all right. free trip home. Um, that didn't work for some reason. Not quite sure why. Uh, yeah, let me pause and look into that. All right. So I looked into the faction thing with the Dain head for King Tormax, and I'm looking at the a GitHub repository for the Hero's Journeys quests. I'm in the Kyle Drakel section and looking at the Lua code for King Tormax, and we can see here that the Dane's head, the like when you go to turn this in, it does a faction check for if your faction is looks like greater than or equal to 4, and I guess 4 is tied to amiable. So you need to have amiable or better faction to turn in that Dane head. If so, on the Project 1999 wiki, which is a great resource for classic Kunark and Velius content, there's a faction page that kind of gives you a visual of the depth of faction levels. So it goes from scowling to threatening to dubious to apprehensive to indifferent up to amiable, then kindly, then warmly, then ally. So with Tormax, we were max scowling. We had killed him multiple times, so we just got, I think it was plus 750 for killing the Dane. So we're still scowling, like we are. Um, I don't know. We're probably negative 1250 or so, like somewhere in here. So we'd have to kill the Dane another like 1, 2, 3, or 4 times to get to amiable to turn in that head, and I'm not interested in doing that. I think it would be a better use of my time to just keep progressing through Velius, make my way into Luckland, and then I'll find a belt upgrade there. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll come back at some point and kill Dain a bunch of times and get my Tormax faction up and get the belt if I don't find something in Luckland. But yeah, for now, at least we got the hammer off of Dain. Another thing I wanted to show real quick was the wiki page on Project 1999 for the Coldane ring quests. That's the ring that I showed that has the clickable instant cast damage shield. There's 10 rings. I got 8. The 8th one is the first one that has the clickable effect on it. The other ones are just stats. So there's a walkthrough and like a checklist of all the stuff you have to do to get up to ring 8. I will say on the hero's journey, be vigilant about where you're doing these quests in the open world or in the respawning instance or in a non-respawning instance. Some of the quest mobs don't spawn in the respawning instance. Some of them, yeah, I don't know. I ended up doing the 8th one in the open world and almost lost my ring. So basically, you hand in your ring. So each I guess I'll start from the beginning. Each quest, you give something plus the previous ring to progress. So, you give your old ring and this item, and they give you the new ring. And then you do that as you go on. But for the 8th ring, it's like a mini war. You help the dwarves kill a bunch of giants and orcs in Eastern Wastes. In the script to do that, it spawns a bunch of giants and orcs, and you have to kill one of them and like loot its head. And I did it in the open world, and there's a bunch of people that like are running through the orc fort in the middle of the Eastern Wastes, and people killed the stuff that I had spawned. And luckily, they did not loot the stuff that they had killed, so I just had to hang around and wait for the loot to open up so that I could loot the head. Now, I know that's a little like non-self-foundish, but I would have killed it. by myself easily if somebody else didn't touch it. Where you spawn the stuff, you have to run a little bit to get to the fort to kill it. So like people got to it before me. I shouldn't have done it in the open world. I probably should have done it in the non-respawning instance. But yeah, just that. Yeah, I had to jump around a handful of times between respawning, non-respawning instances and open world. There's a couple things that are like ground spawns. I think there's a skinning rock, if I remember right, for one of the quests. Or no, that's something else. No, skinning rock, yeah, here for the third ring. That's a ground spawn, and the ground spawns only occur in the open world, so you have to not be in an instance if you're running around Eastern Wastes looking for the skinning rock in a dynamic zone / instance. Good luck. You're not going to find it. But yeah, you can check out this guide on the Project 99 wiki. It's just called Dain Ring Quests, and it walks you through all the stuff if you're interested in doing the ring. All right, so we're going to pivot away from what I had planned, which was kill the Dain, hand in the Dain's head to Tormax, and then maybe even kill Tormax, because, yeah. I'm in Cobalt Scar. I have a couple of quests that I'd like to turn in to the Othmer guys, but hang on. No, okay. Think is it the chief? Hi. He's not talking to me. Oh, wait a minute. Am I hidden? Yeah, I'm hidden. All right. So first, there's this guy here. See if he'll talk to me. All right, so I couldn't find the right trigger phrase. I could probably pull it up in the quest repository, but basically this guy is a quest guy for the Lodazel shell shield, and we have a section of Lodazel's Lodazel's shell that we got for killing Lodazel. He said, I asked him, let's see, what about Lodazel? He says, giant carnivorous sea turtle, blah, 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 located in Iceclad. Should I ever slay him, he'd be willing to craft a shield from the shell. And he needs 10,000 gold. So basically 1,000 plat. Oh, I thought I had 1,000 gold. I must have bought stuff and no longer have 1,000 gold. All right, let me pause, go back to the bank, convert my plat to gold, and then we'll resume. I figured I'd show this real quick in case anyone was unaware. But in your character, if you are at the bank, first of all, there's a change button. So like if you have, I don't know, a bazillion copper, you hit the change button, and it just like tallies it up to the biggest amount. So it changed it all to platinum. But you can take, say, 1,000 platinum and take it on your cursor and drop it into your like gold slot, and then it converts it to gold. All right, we are back in front of the quest NPC here. So we want to give him this, and he says 10,000 gold there. And that was successful, and we got section or Lodazel Shell Shield, legendary. Now it says shield, but it is also a back slot, so it kind of, you can use it either or. And I guess it's not lore. I don't know if there's lore items in this version of the game, so you could potentially have it in your back and secondary if you really wanted to. It is worn Enduring Breath, so you can breathe underwater if you're wearing it. I'm not going to use it. I just happen to have the thing, and I wanted to turn it in, so there we go. And the guy right next to him, right here, he'll give us stuff for the scales that we got for killing Wuxi in the Awakening Lands. We can say, let's ask him about Emerald Dragon Scales. And he says he will craft a tunic with Althorc tusks and an unstained fine plate breastplate. So the dragon scales, Althorc tusks, fine plate breastplate. Hopefully this is the right one. So I had 2 of the emerald dragon scales from killing Wuxi. I made 2 fine plate breastplates with blacksmithing. And then I got 2 Althorc tusks from killing Althorcs in the Eastern Wastes. So hopefully this is what he needs. Oh, yep. What do we got here? Not bad, but not gonna use it. 44 AC, 10 hit points, 10 mana. That's really subpar for this level. 40 wisdom, 20 charisma, some magic resist, heal amount, spell damage. So I'm not gonna do anything else with these, so I might as well just turn them in. Maybe I'll get them to the tribute master, merchant, whatever. Okay. All right, since we are here in Cobalt Scar, one of the things that is needed to get the next Dain ring, ring number 9, is like, that was kind of a burden of a quest. You have to make some tainted avalanche ale, which involves like poison making. I've already made the mind melt that is part of that, which like this trivial's at like 322 or something like that poison making. So I managed to make some of those. And then the tainted avalanche ale is like 248 brewing. Yeah, you need that for part of the ring number 9 Dain quest. But you need a stinger off of a wyvern, and so we're here, so we'll kill some wyverns. I don't think we lose faction for killing these guys. Yeah, so they follow the Claws of Vishan faction, so I'm ally with them, but you don't lose faction for killing them. There are a couple that are like named. There's a that we want to avoid though. I'm not sure what the drop rate is on the stinger. Oh, there it is. All right. Hopefully, only need one. All right. Something else we need is, hang on, a ruined seashell off of sirens, and there are some sirens out here, I think. Let's see. There's a siren seductress. The ones we need in Cobalt Scar drop off the Siren Enchantress, which it's like self seductress, enticer. Oop, oh, we found a bunch of sirens, and of course they tash. Wouldn't be sirens unless they were enchanters, right? Alright. See if we can get them up here. Yeah, I don't think these drop what we need. Might just go into Siren Hair. That sounds familiar. Like that comes up somewhere else in another quest or something. I don't know. Yeah, let's make the run to Siren's Grotto. I think we'll have better luck getting the runed seashell that we need there. There's two items, both with the same name, runed seashell, that drop off the sirens, and they have different effects. One of them has, I think it's a worn enduring breath effect, and the other one is a clickable cloud effect. Cloud being the enchanter AC buff. Seductress, enticer. Nope. Nope. Not what we're looking for. I have not killed anything in Siren's Grotto yet, so I did pass through here just to get to the Western Waste, but I haven't killed anything. Let's see. Balthar. Is this, what is this? Is this that's the waypoint? Is that a waypoint? Right? Yeah, I can't remember. I must have got that before. So we want to kill. Let me look at the loot table. Looks like highest percentage chances off of Nereid Maidens. Not sure what. Let me see what area of the zone these are in. Nereid Maiden. Looks like eastern tunnels, northeastern tunnels. Like over here. Where are we though? Turn that off. Not too familiar with this zone, so, but we want to go like over there. There's an area I made it. I can't use bobbing corpse here. I don't have any fish scales. I wonder if these guys will drop fish scales for enduring breath. Alright, who's gonna give me some fish scales? Probably not you. Alright. Hey, I might I'll just throw on my earring, I guess, here. Enduring breath earring. I don't want to lose my Cloak of the Firestorm. Alright, Nereid Maiden. Runed Seashell. And it's kind of hard to see there. Yeah, clickable effect cloud. Okay, so that's the one we need. Cool. That's cool. I've never got to like explore this little. I don't know what this is. Castle? I don't know. Temple? I think you can go down here. Can you? Yeah. Is there anything down here? Am I in the water? Whoa. Okay. What is going on? I can't. I can. Huh. Huh. Okay. So I guess you can't get up there, but you can get down. Interesting. Maybe I'll go further down. Just trying to see if I can hop up there. It doesn't look like it. Hmm. I've never been down here. This will get you lost real quick. You have no idea where I am. Good thing we can just port out. Where are we? I don't know. Can you even get out of here? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Looks like you just fall in there. Mm. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else we need here that I'm aware of. I just thought it'd be cool to check out the zone a little bit, and I knew I needed at least the one item from here. We're getting pretty close to 58. There we have Maiden. We're at 93%. I did slow down the leveling a little bit by bumping up experience towards AA to 80%. Just because I was killing some things and I didn't want to level when I wasn't recording. Looks like, did we get two? That's an Enduring Breath one. And then Rune Seashell, that's a Cloud one. Yeah, so you can see same icon, Rune Seashell, Rune Seashell, Rune Seashell. So same name, but two different effects. This one has Cloud, 6-second cast time. This one has Enduring Breath, 6-second cast time. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this episode. Kind of had to pivot a little bit since the whole kill the Dain turning his head thing didn't work, but still we killed the Dain. We got his hammer right there, so we now have arch shielding, clickable self buff, which generally only pure casters, int casters, wizard, mage, enchanter Necro have access to. Um, but now we do as well. Looks like we got another AA point and made a little more progress on some of the items that we need for the next Dain ring. Not positive whether I'm going to complete that, but I figured I would do it since I was in the area. Um, but that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching as always. So if anybody out there is watching and is just getting started on the hero's journey or um, would like some gear, some items, let me know. I have a bunch of stuff just hanging out in the bank, and for somebody out there who would use some of it, yeah, I'm happy to give it to you. I don't want anything for it. If it'll help you enjoy the game more by getting some more powerful items than you are able to acquire at the current stage of your progress, then yeah, you can have it. Let me know like what classes you are or like what slot you're looking for. I doubt I'll be able to just to let you name an item and me give it to you. It's just I'll try to find something that will help you if you would like. I sure have a bunch of weapons, armor pieces, might have some augments, might have some spells. Yeah, so yeah, feel free to message me, drop a comment on a video, hit me up in game if you see me on. Um, I don't know if you can do like in-game mail. I know parcels are a thing where you can like send items through like the in-game thing, but I don't know if you can send like messages. I've never tried it, but if you can, feel free to do that as well. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it. And until next time, take care.